Yeah, we're
and
gonna
then
start at the
and go all the
beginning.
way down. Like we
Even
at the
though
beginning. All
the
right.
the best songs are at the beginning from like both artists.
Oh, because I'm not even going. Oh, I'm not even going to lie. This first round matchup is okay. It's Marvin's Room, so we can go. I'm gonna go ahead and make my pick right now. It's Marvin's Room. However, if we're talking about like song for song, deep message, hitting meaning, like Duckworth, is fire, but it's not Marvin's Room. Like, look, man, I know Damn is like, you know what I'm saying, the one for a lot of people. I know it's the highest commercially selling Kendrick Lamar album. I know, oh, you gotta listen to it backwards. I get all that, my nigga, but it ain't Marvin's Room, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's not. Some things are set in stone for a reason. We're arguing a great album cut versus a great hit song. This is a legendary song. We still sing this song to this day. We can go ahead and let Marvin's Room go ahead and slide to the next round. You feel me? We ain't even got to do that. We don't got to do that.
I am not mad at that. I feel like you said it like perfectly. I would genuinely go full Marvin's Room myself. Even though Duckworth is, as you said, to play it backwards, the analysis, the storytelling, and all this, 7 different samples, very expensive song.
Upworth is crazy, but it ain't. You feel me? It's not that. Lord knows, family matters. Okay. I'm not. I gotta be real. I gotta be real. If Not Like Us, it never happened. Family Matters would go down as a legendary just diss song, right? Not a diss record, because if we're being honest, the disses didn't land as hard, but as a song, the song is fucking great. And this is no disrespect to Lord Knows again. This is hard.
I
But
agree
I
with you.
think I'm leaning towards Family Matters.
Yeah, I guess Drake versus Drake.
Yeah, I was a bit confused on why it was Drake versus Drake, but I assumed the bracket just got mixed up somewhere.
So, but I
I'm
think we
not
gotta
tripping
take
on
it
it.
as it is, though. We still gotta,
Yeah.
just for the viewers to not be confused themselves. You said that Family Matters is better than Lord Knows. We are going to stay with
I
that.
will lean Family Matters. I will lean Family Matters over Lord Knows, but this is Drake regardless. I just gotta be honest. It's Drake regardless. But
Yeah. People were trying to say that Not Like Us, Family Matters is the one that beat Not Like Us because there was real roast in there. But however, I don't think so. I think all he was trying to say was Baby Keem ghost written Kendrick songs, and that wasn't true. Even it was the opposite way around.
I'll say this: you can hear the Baby Keem influence in K Dot, especially on Mr. Brown, the Big Steppers, right? But you also hear the Kendrick influence in Keem. So it's like Young Thug and Gunna for me. It's like you hear the influence happening on both ends, so you can't just say one without the other. In my opinion, at least modernly for Kendrick Lamar, but I wouldn't. The ghostwriting, Baby Keem wrote it shit. It didn't land. The DV shit didn't land. Like a lot of the stuff just didn't land. It didn't land, and that's because Not Like Us happened. That's why if Not Like Us never happened, then you feel me. But this next round, though, I think it's important that we stage Family Matters right there, because this next round, Euphoria sweeps. It's just not even a discussion. This is the best diss song out of all of them. Look, timestamp Drake is great, but we're talking about one of the best diss songs ever made. I mean, flat out. This diss is so layered with the intro from the Wiz. I mean, from him, like it was almost like he was warning him, "Hey, big dog, don't tell lies about me, or I'm gonna tell truth about you." He was breaking down Drake's character just superficially before he dug really deep on Meet the Grams, and not like everything that, and not to mention, this is just a great song. Like I still listen to this song to this day. I gotta give it to Euphoria. 5 a.m. in Toronto's is one of the better Drake timestamp records. It's Euphoria's impact is just way too big for me to ignore that. It's just way too big for me to ignore that. I'm not gonna lie.
So many beats selection on that song as well. I prefer the first section though as an R&B head. I believe like if there was a 7 minute track and that was the only beat that was played, I would not be angry at all. Euphoria over 5 a.m. in Toronto is not a crazy shout, but 5 a.m. in Toronto is like one of Drake's heaviest hits. With one of the, I think
It's one of his best. It's one of his best album cuts ever. I'm not
yeah,
disagreeing with that. But Euphoria is Euphoria for a reason. Like, and even the title in itself being a multi-layered diss. Like, come on, dog. Like Kendrick having a euphoric feeling of like, finally, I get to go at this nigga, but also Drake is a co-producer on the show Euphoria, which is a show about minors having. Like, come on, dog. Like, come on, man. Like, it's come on, bro. It's too much, dog. Niggas can't deny the greatness of Euphoria.
Yeah, no, you are correct. Even with the like, I could line up 7 different rappers, and with guns that shoot backwards, and we still wouldn't lose a single rapper. That, like paraphrasing, that line is crazy, but it's not like 7 minutes of lines crazy. So Euphoria, I do agree with you. And now we got how much a dollar costs versus energy.
And we could just move energy along. I don't gotta waste my time with this one. We can move energy along and just keep it going, big dog. This one doesn't deserve an explanation from me. It shouldn't deserve an explanation from anybody. I'm not looking at these two songs and being like, man, you know, how much a dollar costs. It's not a tough fight. It's not a tough fight at all. It's not a tough fight at all. This is energy we're talking about here.
Wow.
What are we doing?
Nah,
What are
it's
we doing?
obviously energy has to go pro it just so that Drake can get some plays. But yeah, bro, you're not big on like the psychological songs.
It's not that I'm not big on the psychological songs. It's just when, first of all, these two songs are very different songs, even in itself. But it's like, again, one is a great album cut and a very good song. This is energy we're talking. Like, this was maybe any other song off of If You're Reading This It's Too Late. Maybe. I would have to think about that. It would be a tougher fight. But this is one of them ones. Like, it's legit one of them ones. I'm sorry. It's not an argument for me. Not an argument for me.
Some of that just like popped into my head as well, bro. Kendrick Lamar had the Hot Pot 5 where he was deep faking his faces onto like people such as Kanye West, people such as Will Smith, people such as Nipsey Hussle, and then Drake was deep faking his face onto Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Crazy, like a juxtaposition.
Next round, used as a statement piece. The other was just weird. Anyway, next round, Hold On, We're Going Home versus These Walls. I think I'm gonna go with These Walls just because Hold On, We're Going Home was a good hit. Don't get me wrong, it was a good hit. But if we're being honest, just Hold On, We're Going Home is a hook and one verse, and then it just feels like the song just goes on for another 2.5 minutes. Now, I'm not even trying to disrespect the song.
Yeah, it's like it's more musically in depth with These Walls. What I would say though, it does have a great structure and like production on Hold On, We're Going Home, which is like when pop music really has more like intention rather than virality or virality. You could tell like this is where Drake is going wrong now. Like Nokia versus all of his other hits from back then is not the same level at all.
But even during the time when that song came out, because that song came out when I was like 11, 12. Even at the time, like, I liked it, but for some reason I never loved it because I just felt like it was too repetitive for me. It was like my first real sign that like, okay, he's trying to go really pop and really mainstream. Like, that was one of those songs, and I don't know, for me, even now, it just didn't do it. It just didn't do it. It's a cool song, though. I'm not saying it's bad. It's King Kunta, no explanation. I was actually just listening to this song the other day. I forgot how much it knocks. I forgot how much it knocks. Yeah, it's King Kunta. Again, this is another one where it's not a hard conversation. It's not a hard, you know.
I've noticed something with like the way that these songs are in the bracket as well. Is we just had Hold On, We're Going Home versus These Walls, and is it Furthest Thing versus obviously King Kunta. Them songs are very similar, and they show like the different perspectives that Kendrick and Drake have, like against each other in a sense. But it's like very similar, like soundscapes. If I want to say that, like West Coast hip hop, if that is Furthest Thing, the one that's with Janae Aiko, very similar is what I'm just noticing. So the bracket is playing it like
Yeah,
very fair.
yeah. But I would go King Kunta there. King Kunta is that. That's just an album cut banger. Like that's just a banger.
Okay, Hop
Uh,
Hop 5 versus Untitled
so
O2.
this
Oh wait, that's Kendrick again? No.
wow. Hold on, I got my argument is gonna make sense until I decide on who I think what song is better. Both of these songs are great, and I think for different reasons. I think Untitled O2 is a better song if I'm remembering Untitled O2 because again, there's no freaking titles.
Get Tap Out on the
Um,
phone.
yeah. Untitled O2 I think is the better song to like it has more replay value. But the hard part 5 is I think the music video it just gives it the weight that it needed. Like I don't think the hard part 5 hits as hard. Like the song hits really hard, but I don't think it hits as hard without the music video. And I can't get that music video out my head. And I think I'm leaning towards hard part 5 because of that. Like with the song symbolize, the structure, the lyrics, like if I wanted to like listen to a song just on some like casual, I will go Untitled O2. But if I wanted like some like I need some like thinking music, like I want to go in and just dissect, like I want to have fun, like I think Heart Part 5 is the better choice. My gut is leaning towards Heart Part 5. It's not by a lot though. It's maybe by one. I tomorrow I could change my mind,
That's
you know.
facts. I do agree with everything you're saying there. Again, um, I believe that the sample on there from the Marvin Gaye "I Want You to Want Me" it's just hard.
Yeah.
It's just very like, and that being the first song I think I ever witnessed Kendrick release like on that day because I only got into hip hop in 2018 because I was turning 13. That was the first song that I ever got to witness as soon as it came out from Kendrick, leading into Mr. Morale. So it was just a big moment for me, and you know what I mean? Nostalgia in the
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a huge moment in hip hop too. Like it had everybody talking.
Yeah. I do like the when he talks about the aliens on Untitled O2 and this like alien piano sci-fi music acts as jazz rap, so it could have been
Mm-hmm.
a genuine throwaway from To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah. Crew Love, Meet the Grams. I'm very particular with my words. So if y'all been paying attention, earlier I've been saying, oh, this is a really great diss song. This is a really great diss song. But this right here is the best diss record. Like, this was the best diss out of any of them. This was maniacal. This was insane. This was dark. This was eerie. This was surgical. With that being said, Crew Love is moving on to the next round.
Wow. I'm not even mad at that, but like it felt like Armageddon once Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams.
Yo, it was hell on earth for 24 hours when he dropped the grams. It was hell on earth, boy. What? Crew Love. Crew Love is one of those songs that I just have loved since I was like 10 years old. And it's like, it's never going to stop like that. That's never going to stop for me. That is a childhood classic for me. And it just holds way more weight than Meet the Grams ever would. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Crew Love here.
Crew Love is just genuinely so like perfect. The way that it was produced,
Yeah,
the Weeknd's vocals over there.
it's literally one of the best R&B rap tracks like ever, like ever.
Definitely changed the game for it. Opened a new perspective with two big artists.
Yeah, and it put the weekend on, like
Yeah.
his official like put on, like yeah,
Did you ever get to see Hurry Up Tomorrow, the movie?
like live.
No, just the
Oh
movie.
no, no, I never cared to watch it. Never cared to watch it. I did want to see him live though, but I missed that mark when he came.
Know Yourself and I. These are great like playlist songs.
Yo, nostalgia is kicking my ass with Drake, yo. Like it's bad. And I grew up with both of these guys. So it's not even like but as a kid it's like I'm not trying to break down all the philosophical, scientific, spirituality, and complexities, intricacies as a kid. Like I'm just trying to hear listen to the music for real. It's not to say that I didn't enjoy that stuff, but we're talking about like if you're reading this Drake, which I still think is like top two Drake ever. And Know Yourself is one of them, but that is also that one too, yo. I don't know if I can do that. Actually, let me listen to the first 15 seconds of each real quick.
Go
So
ahead, bro.
like I just know. Yeah, come on, bro. Come on, dog. Like I love myself. Like, come on, yo.
It is just a great song, and when you went on to the album version versus the single release, it's better that they chose the performance piece than they would go with like how the single was originally sounding because of the harmonies.
Yeah.
However, there is like a lot of talking in that sense, um, just for like replay value.
Thematically, like I on the album obviously fits the album better, but that whole album is just a lot of like talking and a lot of like build up because spoken word and all that other stuff. But the single itself is phenomenal.
So you have Eye over and Know Yourself, or which one you going for, bro?
I'm gonna go with I.
Okay, I think that's the best choice that you could have made there. Know Yourself. I only really remember running through the six with my woes, and then I can't really continue. Not even trying
Yeah,
to be biased because I have Drake and Kendrick in the same top five of my personal favorite rappers.
right.
Jungle Over My
And
Dead
I
Body,
just
bro. Same, it's Drake versus Drake.
I'm gonna go with Jungle here.
Jungle,
I have
yeah.
to, over my dead body's fire, but we're talking about one of the greatest album cuts in Drake's catalog in Jungle or project cuts. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Jungle here. I think I'm confident in that one. I don't think that one
I
really
do like
needs a
that.
whole lot of discussion. Yeah,
I
I
think,
don't think that one needs a whole.
did you ever heard Her's version?
The Harris version.
Her, like the R&B singer Her.
Oh, her. Yes, 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 yes. I have. Yes, I have. Yeah, I have. Hers is good. Yeah, it's good. It's fire.
That as a written piece of music is genuinely like on the lines of what you would get from people from the 1930s on how they would like cover each other's songs. I feel like it was just written that well.
Yeah, it's one of his best written songs and one of his best performed songs as well. Like it's one of them. It's one of them.
I
Like
do
that
like
is Jungle is a song where it's like that's almost like an entry level metric of like how well and how much do you really like Drake type of thing. And it's like if you don't like Jungle or don't know Jungle, then it's just like we can't have a conversation about Drake's catalog, in my opinion.
I do like the aesthetic though that Over My Dead Body does give the album of Take Care, which is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah,
Um, I like how it can mix in with a Lord Knows and a Marvin's Room, but I'm not mad at your
yeah.
choice of Jungle.
Jungle, that one. Jungle, that one.
Never existed. Money trees or too
Now, Money
much?
Trees. I think also Money Trees here by convincing fashion too. Sanford did his thing on Too Much. Don't get me wrong, but I think Money Trees wins this without really too much of an argument, in my opinion.
Obviously, the feature from J Rock and the woman who sang on it too. If you can
Yeah.
remind me of that.
I don't think was it ever listed. I don't think it was ever listed. I think she was in the credits. Uh, yeah, she's not listed as like a feature, but I don't remember the name, to be honest with you. I don't remember the name. I'm not even gonna
Aye.
lie.
But I think the J Rock
Yeah, I don't
verse is
remember.
better than the Sanford contribution.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Quite soundly. Quite
Especially when
soundly.
you've seen it at the pop out.
Yeah, the pop out, like that's the thing. When I immediately saw Money Trees, I just immediately like thought of the pop out show and how J Rock came out and they did it. It was a great moment.